Hi. Hey. Hi. Hey, mamas. Hey, mamas. I guess that's a thing. I didn't realize it was such a thing. I didn't even bring it up at work, and one of the guys was like, he was telling a story about his old lady, and he was like quoting back and forth, and he said mamas on his side like 4 times. And I was like, hey, how the fuck long has that been a saying? And he's like, what? I was like, mamas. And he's like, I don't know, as long as I remember. I was like, okay. It just sounds like someone that adds an S to the end of everything to me. It really does. So, it's good to see that the Joe Rogan hate is still alive. That sarcasm is not good, it's stupid. And I was at, this one guy was talking about it. Oh no, excuse me. I had commented almost all of the Joe Rogan hate I've seen just is completely bullshit. It's just made up bullshit. It has no bearing on what's actually on the show. And this guy's like, blah, blah, blah. All he does is sit around and hate on stuff he doesn't know what he's talking about. And I'm like, hate? Like, can you explain? He's like, what is there to explain? He's constantly hating on stuff he doesn't know anything about, even says he doesn't know anything about. Now, even saying he doesn't know anything about it, that's something he says. But I wanted an example. Like, what are you talking about? Can you give me an example on stuff he hates on? Because the majority of his show is either A, comedians bullshitting, just talking shit, having fun, not talking shit like talking shit about people, but just, joking around and fucking around. Or it's experts they've got on talking about whatever, talking about their topic. Or it's actors and musicians and shit. That's about it. The only bitching and hate stuff I can think of is he does complain a lot about woke shit. He always goes into, like, out of 2 to 3 hours, he does tend to go into a 2 to 8 minute complaining session about woke shit. Which I hear more about woke shit from him complaining about it than I'm ever exposed to it out in the world. And most of my friends are all lefties. I think woke is way bigger of a problem in his imagination than it is out in the world. But I'm aware he's been exposed to a lot of dumbass media propaganda, and that's what he's repeating. And that's part of being friends with Eddie Bravo, because Eddie Bravo just steeps himself in that shit. Well, what's going on up here? A lot of cops. Why? I know a lot of municipalities around here are going to war with the homeless people. I mean that almost literally, because they're making it illegal to panhandle. Well, it's not even homeless people. Okay, well, if you're just going to stay red, I'm going to go. I didn't bring my drink, dirty bitch. It's okay, I have a cup at work. I know a good portion of those panhandlers have houses, they live somewhere. I know. So I guess from that perspective, hammering down on panhandlers will be nice. There's one guy on an exit when I worked at the place with the piece of shit management. There was a guy on the way every single day, every day. He'd stand there on the off ramp, and his sign just said "help." And it's funny, because if you can be there every single day, standing up, holding a sign that says help, you can get a basic job. But from what I've heard, you won't make as much at that job as you will panhandling. So, it feels obvious and redundant at this point, but that awful communicating supervisor that said I was bad at communication because, you know, if you project your weaknesses to others for a short period of time, it'll look like it's the other's fault, not yours. Never responded. And he won't. I know he won't. That's all right. I knew he was a spineless douchebag. Spineless douchebag from about the first week he started. Fuck 'em. But fuck 'em though. I really like leaving 10 minutes earlier than I was for a while. Just enough lighter traffic. The traffic is just light enough. Man, how do I say this? The traffic is just enough lighter that I can blow through pretty easy. I say that. Now watch me get to the 60 and get back down to 30 miles an hour. Right now we're maintaining 60. That's not bad. Fuck, fuck, fuck. $70. We got 24 of these big ass machines at work. We don't have room for even, well, I could probably absorb 5 of them real easy. But 24 of them, what the fuck? It's a lot, man. I have a plan on what to do with it. Well, yeah, I've got a plan on what to do with it. But if we're not going to keep them for very long, I'd be better off just leaving them on the floor until they get picked up. But if we're going to have them for a couple months, I'm going to have to put them up somewhere. Somewhere being the key phrase, the key word. Somewhere. I ain't scared. We can do it. There's this ice machine that you can buy a shelf to put under it. A shelf on wheels, no less. Or I guess a cabinet would be a better word. But the fucking machine is hundreds of pounds. Doesn't slide around worth shit. And to put the screws in, you pretty much have to be inside the cabinet. The cabinet's only like probably 26 inches wide. So this tech, like from just above his waist up, was inside this cabinet. This little ass cabinet. Fuck that, dude. I guess that's pretty common. I'm like, well, I'll stay down here this pay grade then. Fuck that. Fuck that, homie. Climbing into tight spaces is not for me. I will take a hard pass on that. it sucks that Cinnabon Cinnabon coffee thing, whatever it is. It sucks that that's all the bigger you can get. That small cup. I want more. I guess I could go to like a Circle K or whatever and get one of those massive iced coffees. Is that a helicopter? That's huge. What kind of helicopter is that, bro? Big? That's big. That's class B for big. Ha 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 ha. I'm funny. Ha 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 ha. Just hovering. Wonder why. Did some shit go down, brother? Cold out there for that wind. I don't even have my air on, bro. It's just cold. Oops, I wasn't even paying attention. I just kind of went. That is illegal, Eric. You can't just roll through a red light, bro. I legit thought that shit was green. I was just going. My bad. Oh my God, you got proof of illegal shit on the phone. Oh God. Nobody watches these. It wasn't intentional. What am I gonna get? God.
Hi, how are you today? Order when you're ready.
Could I get a number 10 with steak and a large Diet Mountain Dew with no ice and 2 cheesy toasted breakfast burritos with sausage, and that's all.
Okay, 9:44 so far.
Thank you. They call that a skippy. What do you mean? Why they call us? Listen, skip. You full of shit. You just made that up. The dress code sign I just saw is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. Boop. I love the way the sun looks through that tree. I really do. It's so fucking cool. taking some pictures. I've never really seen what those. I never really thought to look at these pictures I take while I'm recording. Do it when I get to work, huh?
Hi, 9:44.
Good morning.
There you go. And there you go. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too. I would fuck her cute little face, cute little face, cute little face. I would fuck her cute little face every morning before work. I'm surprised those fucking sky rats get along with sparrows. Actually, I'm surprised sparrows will fucking go near those sky rats. Maybe the sparrow looks at him like, oh, you're in the... What is that guy doing? Like, you're in the dove, or you're in the pigeon, or dove, yeah. You're in the dove family, you're pretty. No, not really. It's like some supermodels have some ugly siblings. Thought about shutting the video off because sometimes there's a big clusterfuck right here. There is a big clusterfuck right here. But I've been lucky so far, no accidents yet. Damn, that's a busy place, man. I wonder if they need another forklift driver to get that shit moving. Yeah! That bus driver had some styling ass glasses. Sunglasses. And he better. He's driving right into the fucking sun. So goddamn bright. I'm so lucky. I've pretty intentionally looked like I look where I live on the map. Let's look for a job that's west of us. If it's gonna be a morning job, if it was an evening job, let's look east of us. Let's spend our life driving away from the sun, okay? Let's not drive into the sun. I like my eyes. I'm surprised it only took me like an afternoon to get Blood Cell Admiral. I seem to remember taking a lot longer before. I realized I needed Blood Cell Admiral to get the pirate flag. I just never knew you needed it, because once I learned about the pirate flag, I had Blood Cell Admiral on my main for a long time. Years and years and years. So I just went down there and allowed me to buy it. Oh, it did not transfer all the toys and all that shit over. If I would have transferred Ponderance, it probably would have, because I got most of that shit on Ponderance. But I'm not fucking transferring Ponderance. Not doing it. Not doing it, buddy. Bouncing my gun around. All right. It's go time, buddy. See you later, bro. Bye.